Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our session. Well, officially, we have started our unit 2 yesterday on the second part. On the first part, we had a review talking about like the grammatical component, and well, you started also unit 2 with a grammatical component, talking about adjectives. Let's say not the typical adjectives. Let's put it like that. On this second part of our unit 2, it is more about reading and speaking. Just in case, of course, you will see that we will be working on pages 18 and 19. It is going to be more related to a reading exercise and, of course, a speaking exercise. We haven't really done activities in the first part of the session, of course. Tonight, officially, we're going to start. It is going to be a collaborative task. Somehow you already know how it works. You will work in groups, you will share your ideas, then you will come back to share the ideas with the group. That is how we are going to work. And that is the intention of the first part of the session. It is not that grammatical, once again, but the idea is to work a little bit on these two skills, reading and speaking. Well, I was just trying to add extra minutes before I take attendance. Let me adjust it. Is it already this? Let me find the chart so we can begin. Today is the 9th. Okay, we have few participants, but it's time to take attendance. Karen Victoria Acevedo.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Steven Santiago Fonseca.
Here, teacher.
Okay. Kiara Lisette Martinez. Not here for the moment. Jorge Jair Moreno. Jorge. Let me see the chat. There you go. Okay. Natalia Navarro.
Present.
Okay. Diego Fernando Olarte.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Manuela Ortiz. Manuela.
Yeah.
The sound is really bad, Manuela. Just in case. John Sebastián Pavón. Here for the moment. Beatriz Pedraza. Not here. Xiomara Caterina Rincón.
Present.
Okay, let me see the chat. There you are, Manuela. Yeah, I think that there was a problem with your sound because it was so broken. Let's call it like that. Hopefully it gets better. Well, Kiara, there you are as well. Let me adjust it immediately. Jessica Paola Ríos.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Caterina Alexandra Rodríguez.
Present, miss.
Okay. Marlon Yesid Sánchez. Not here yet. Mendy Fabián Santa.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Manuel Alberto Sepúlveda. Not here. María Alejandra Vega.
Present, teacher.
Okay. And Vanessa Zambrano.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Let's see. So technically the ones that are absent are Sebastián, Beatriz, Marlon, and Manuel. Okay, Well, they still have a few minutes, just in case. Well, guys, as I was telling you, tonight we continue with our unit 2. Remember that we are working on with the information, you know, that we have on pages 18 and 19. Actually, let's say that the exercises proposed in here were taken from two different articles, but we're going to keep only one, the article that we see here in particular. But before we go to read, as I told you a few moments ago, an activity that is going to be done collaboratively, we're going to, let's say, pay our attention to these aspects in particular, these quotations to be more precise. We're going to read them. And the idea, guys, I'm going to give you, of course, a few minutes. You're going to decide one that you agree the most, okay? From these ideas that are being shared, you will notice that they are somehow connected to the same topic. You are going to choose one that you agree. Of course, the intention is that you guys expand on your ideas. Diego, could you read the first one, please?
Yes, teacher. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence.
The purpose. Very good. Let's have a look at the second one. Jorge, could you read it, please?
Yes, teacher. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it will escape you. But if you turn your attention to other things, it will come and sit softly on your shoulder.
Okay. It is like a butterfly. Okay.
Butterfly. Okay.
That's it. Very good. Let me see the chat. Okay. Let me just the attendance in a moment. Okay. Let's continue with the next one. Karen, could you read it, please?
Yes, teacher. And the third,
Yeah, the third.
okay. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help someone else.
Very good. Let's have a look at quote number 4. Catherine, could you read it, please?
Yes, miss. The secret of happiness is not seeking more, but is learning to enjoy less. Socrates.
That would be it. And the final quotation that we have in here, Kiara, could you read it, please?
Anyone who is happy all the time needs to see a psychiatrist.
Okay, very good. Well, guys, for the ones that arrived a few seconds ago, we are working with the information that we have on pages 18 and 19. Basically, we just started, you know, we are talking about some ideas that we have just read. Well, some idea, no, they are quotations. And now the idea is that you're going to choose one of them, one of these 5 that you consider that you agree with. Of course, the intention is to say why you agree with them. Let's focus for the moment only, let's say, on the positive aspects. The one that you agree, and let's say like, let's say why. Okay, that would be the idea on this part. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes, you know, just like to scan the quotes. We just read them, but maybe you want to reread any of them in order to expand your ideas a little bit more. Guys, do you have any questions about the instructions?
Yes, teacher.
Tell me. Is it clear? Because my question was if you have questions. So I thought that you had questions. but I think that it is clear. Very good. 3 minutes, guys, for you to analyze it, and then I'm gonna ask 4 of you. Today is more related to the speaking part. 3 minutes, starting now. Okay, time's up. Well, I just noticed my typo on the chat. Sorry about that. The good thing is that you know that that's not how we write left. This is the one. Well, for the moment, guys, was to choose one of these quotes to see if you agree or disagree. Of course, it is a kind of philosophical question. The whole topic is talking about happiness, which is a very subjective concept. Of course, everybody, all of us, have a different idea of what happiness is. But let's see how similar or different your answers are. What do you think? Which quotation do you agree with, Xiomara? Xiomara?
Yes, teacher, maybe number 4 is I am agree.
I agree.
I agree.
And why do you agree with number 4? Let's read again. The secret of happiness is not in seeking more, but in learning to enjoy less. Enjoy less is like the part that I find interesting. Why, Xiomara?
Teacher, because is Y, mm,
Samara. I'm still waiting for your answer, by the way.
teacher, because we should enjoy what we have.
Okay. We should. La L y la O no
So,
suena, ¿no? Very good. Enjoy what we have. Okay. That's your opinion, of course, Samara. Very good. I'm just here to point out things of pronunciation or maybe spelling, but I am not going to judge what you think happiness would be. Absolutely not. Never in my life. Let me seek for another opinion. Manuel, what do you think? Which of these quotations would you agree with and why?
Well, teacher, I think I agree with the first one, which is happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. I think that we all should look for our meaning of happiness. So that's at the end what we enjoy and what we when we feel happy is when we feel alive. So that's my reason.
Okay, Manuel, thank you very much. Let's see if we get a different perspective. Natalia. What quotation do you do you agree with?
Okay, I agree with the second. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it will escape you. But if you turn your attention to other things, it will come and sit softly on your shoulder. The reason is because I believe that the most important things come when we less expect. And every day we work and concentrate on little things that at the end make us feel happy.
Okay, Natalia, interesting. Thank you very much. One more before we go to one exercise that we have in our book. Marlon, what about you? Which of these quotations do you agree with?
Teacher, remember, happiness is like a butterfly, because I think that the of happiness is momentáneamente, ¿está bien dicho?
Maybe temporary.
Temporary. I think that the happiness is temporary. Happiness is for me is enjoy a little things of life.
Is to enjoy.
To enjoy a little things of life and enjoy with your, how do you say, seres queridos? So
your loved ones.
Your loved ones.
Once.
And anymore.
Okay. And let's finish with Jorge.
Okay, teacher, I agree with number 5 because it's not normal being happy all the time. The sadness is sometimes necessary to appreciate life.
Okay. Sorry, Jorge, interrupted you. Or that was it. Okay. Okay, Jorge, interesting point of view. Okay. Well, guys, we're going to have a look at our book. Remember that we are talking about the information that we have on page, for the moment, page 18. And we continue. talking about, let's say, different characteristics about how to be happy, what makes us happy. And here we have 8 sentences. While we read them, you're gonna tell me if, in your opinion, these statements are true or false. And again, the idea that you're gonna give me your reason. Compared to the previous exercise, I am not gonna give you time to think. You're gonna answer immediately if it is true or false. And of course, I am going to choose who is going to read. So let's see. Beatrice, could you read sentence number 1, please?
Yes, teacher. Spending money doesn't make you happier.
Beatrice, are you driving?
Yeah, teacher.
Anton, no. Later. Let me know when you're already home. I don't want to interrupt you and then something happens, God forbids.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Sebastian, how noisy is your background tonight? Can I ask you? Because I know that sometimes it is noisy and that is why you don't open your microphone. I'm just asking first.
Teacher,
Karen, yes.
what is the meaning of daydreaming?
What is the meaning of which one? Daydreaming?
Daydreaming, the fourth.
Actually, it's very transparent, maybe. That means that when you are dreaming, let's put it like that, when with your eyes open. It's like,
Okay.
is it clear? Like probably you are present, you know, on a meeting or something, but your mind is on a different place and you are imagining beautiful things, things like that.
Okay, teacher.
Well, so sending an answer. So I'm gonna ask Jessica then. I'm gonna start with the button. Number 1 says, spending money doesn't make you happier. In your opinion, once again, I am not here, nobody's here to judge each other's opinions. We are just talking about the linguistic component, probably it's pronunciation, but everybody is free to have the opinion that you guys have. Jessica, what do you think, number 1, in your opinion, that is true or false?
Is it true and false?
Well, expand, Jessica. Why do you think that it is true and false?
If you want spending money in a thing, if you want, it's true.
Okay.
Or if you spending money in it's false.
Well, first you said that it is true and you gave a reason, like if it is to buy something that you like, well, it is true. But
Okay,
then when is it false?
When you spending money in expenses.
Okay, in expenses. Yeah, like those are more like obligations. Okay, I get it. Okay,
Yes.
Jessica, that's it. Perfect, your opinion. Thank you very much. Vanessa. Yes, sorry. Beatrice?
Teacher, sorry. For me, I can talk. No problem. For me, for me, it's true because you buy a clothes, you spend money for the clothes, for jewelry, and the woman is happy. Is happiest, very happy when you buy and spend money for about shopping.
Okay. Beatrice, thank you. Let's have a look at number 2 now. Vanessa, could you read it, please?
Living in a sunny climate make you happier than living in a cold country.
Climate.
Okay. I think it works. It depends. For me, I live on the coast, but it's made me happy. That is not hot. I prefer the cold.
You prefer cold weather. Okay. That depends. Yeah, some people prefer hot weather, right? But once again, everybody has a different opinion. Thank you very much, Vanessa. Okay, let me see. I haven't asked. Santiago, could you read number 3, please?
Talking to strangers makes you feel better.
For you, that would be true or false?
Not always. Depends of what topic are you talking about.
Example.
I don't know. Well, if you not much the topic, more if you have things in common with that people, and it's like a match. I mean,
okay. Interesting. Thank you, Santiago. Very good. Let's have a look at number 4. Manuela, could you read it, please?
Yes, teacher. Daydreaming makes you happy. For me, it's okay. For me, it's true because but so sometimes I do it. Maybe when I am community. Sorry.
Again, when I am community, what do you mean?
Commuting. Commuting. Okay, teacher.
Yeah, that's the best moment.
I feel better because I can have thoughts cleaner or como pensamientos.
Pensamientos.
Como limpiar los pensamientos. Como
okay, I can clean my thoughts.
Clean my thoughts.
Si desaclarar sería clear. Clear my thoughts. Okay. Okay, Manala, thank you very much. Mandy, what about number 5?
Number 5, people who live in cities are more miserable than those who live in the country.
What do you think? True or false?
Teacher, but countries in general.
Not really. In this case, country is not país, is el campo. It's a short version of countryside.
Okay. Teacher, it depends of the people because one person maybe can feel more comfortable or more happy in a country. Yes, or in a city. It depends, teacher. For example, for me, I'm happier in the city.
Okay. Jorge says it is subjective. Absolutely. Some people just adore living in the countryside. As Mendy says, in his case, he prefers living in the city. That's what makes him happy. Very good. Let's have a look at number 6. Maria, could you read it, please?
Number 6, the more you earn, the better you feel.
What do you think, Maria? For you, that is true or false?
Maybe true.
Why would it be?
Because because you with that money spend in things that you need and you want.
Okay, very good. Well, Maria, answer a little bit faster, but I think that's how your voice is. That is something that I have been discovering during these cycles. Thank you. Let's have a look at number 7. Let me ask, well, a name that I haven't heard. Well, Kiara, what about you?
Kiara, teacher.
7. Kiara, yes.
Okay. Men who do less housework are happier than men who do a lot. Depends. If you like it, do housework. For example, I enjoy cooking or do housework in the kitchen, but I don't enjoy when I should wash the floor, the bathroom, anyway.
Okay. Yeah, some people like really love doing housework, right? I agree with you, Kiara. Very good. And we finish with number 8. Catherine, could you read it, please?
Yes, Miss. Forcing yourself to smile makes you feel better. Maybe, Miss. I think that when you smile, your brain smiles too. Give you a feeling of happiness. A smile makes everything feel a little better than maybe cry sometimes. Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Catherine. Well, guys, we will be working on breakout rooms, but I see that we have some repeated names, so give me a second. Manuel has 2 accounts, right? Any other repeated account? Salen 20, pero no podemos ser tantos.
Yes, teacher, I have to.
Only Manuel, right? No, Vanessa, right?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Listo. Mis ojitos. It's hard. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think I made it. Although most of you guys are in groups of 4. No. Okay. Let's take a minute break. Yo buscando la segunda cuenta de Manuel. Manuel. Did you leave that profile, Manuel?
Yes, teacher, sorry.
Okay. No, don't worry. No, I was like, but where is the name? And I was like, second looking, I'm rubbing my eyes, but I can't find the other name. And then I noticed that there are 19 already. That's fine. Well, guys, I'm gonna go back to the presentation. We will be working collaboratively twice in this case. The first part is going to be related to the article that we have on pages 18 and 19. Only that article. As I was telling you, there are two, but we're going to focus on one in particular. Each of you guys will be in charge of one paragraph, okay? There is one group, and they are already, yes, there is one group that has 5 participants. So probably the longest paragraph would be divided into 2. I think that the paragraph 3 is a little bit, is probably the longest compared to the other ones, but that is a decision that you guys are going to make. So first of all, make sure that in your groups, you decide which person is going to read which paragraph, okay? After you read the paragraphs, you are going to answer these questions. The questions are about the whole article. So when you read the question, guys, then the one that was the expert, let's put it like that, on the paragraph that had information, you are in charge of providing the answers for your classmates. We're going to read the questions, just like to have clear the information and also everything related to vocabulary. 1, 2, 3, yes. Vanessa, could you read questions 7 and 8, please?
And yes, teacher. According to the article, why might someone not be happy even if their income goes up? A, is it true that money has no impact on our happiness? Why not?
Okay. Marlon, please, could you read number 9 and number 10? Marlon?
Ay, teacher, perdón, estaba leyendo con el micrófono apagado.
Don't worry.
We are people is happy and where are they? And where are they happiest? What experiment did Elizabeth and carry out? What were the results?
That would be it. Very good. And Jessica, please, could you read 11 and 12?
Yes, teacher. Number 11, what is pro-social spending? And 12, why is it a good idea to force yourself to smile sometimes?
Idea. Very good. Remember, guys, that in this case, it is not our opinion. Oh, well, it is not your opinion. You are going to answer these questions based on the information that you have in the article on pages 18 and 19. I know that in some cases, that is something that we have discussed before. We feel the temptation of provide our own perspective, like our insight, but for the moment, we're gonna keep it on the first level of reading, that is literal and maybe a little bit inferential. We are not providing our opinion. Remember, guys, first, in your groups, you're going to assign the paragraphs to all of you. 1 paragraph per person. There is only one group that has 5 participants. In that case, that means that you will divide the paragraph. You will decide which 2 of you will read the same paragraph. Then you are going to answer the questions. Remember that these 6 questions are from the whole article. So be ready to answer the question that corresponds to your paragraph. And of course, when we get back, I'm going to ask you the answer of the questions. And also, I'm going to ask you a little bit your opinion about the paragraph that you read, okay? Just like to expand a little bit on your ideas. Guys, do you have any questions about the instructions? Questions?
No, the teacher.
Okay, that would be it. Remember, guys, that you have the reading on your books. That means that in total, you're going to have 15 minutes. It looks like a lot of time, but remember that this type of activities go like really, really fast. You are already here, share screen, Okay, let's go. Sebastián. Well, guys, welcome back. Remember that for the moment, the idea was to answer the questions based on the information that was provided on the article. I was telling you that the idea was not to give our opinion, which of course would be something like natural for us to do. But the idea was to respect, the author's point of view when answering the questions. I repeat, not our personal opinion. So let's begin from group number 1. In group number 1, we had Diego, Maria, Natalia, and Santiago, who was in charge of answering question 7. According to the article, why might someone not be happy even if their income goes up?
Anybody can answer it, teacher?
Well, I assume that there is one person that is more like the expert because the answer of that question was in a paragraph particularly, right?
Okay, teacher, that am I am. So people aren't happy even they earn a considerable amount of money because what we really want to is earn more than our friends and colleagues.
Colleagues. Very good. That was the answer from the article. I repeat, probably you may be thinking that that is not how you behave or how you react, but that was the author said. That was, sorry, what the author said. Very good. In group number 2, we have Beatriz, Sebastian, Manuel, and Xiomara. I think there is a name missing. Who was in charge here of answering question number 8? It is true that money has no impact on our happiness. Why not?
Yes, teacher. Is yes, according to Daniel, money does not buy you happiness, but a lot of money certainly buys you misery.
Miserable. So the answer is no. Because notice what, because the question is negative, probably that was the confusion because it says, it is true that money has no impact. So no, it isn't. The reality is that not having money makes people miserable, right? Because if we say yes, we're saying that no money, no impact. See?
Okay.
But your answer, like the explanation was good. Thank you. Let's have a look at number 3, group number 3. We had Catherine, Kiara, Jessica. I guess there is a member missing. Who was in charge of answering question 9? Where are people least happy and where are they happiest?
Yes, Miss. People are less happy in the city because not only bad for the health with the pollution and overcrowding, also bad for the happiness and reduce your well-being. People are happier in mountains and forests.
Very good. That was the idea of the author. Thank you. Let's have a look now at group number 4. We had Jorge, Karen, Marlon, and Vanessa. Who was in charge of answering question number 10? What experiment did Elizabeth Dunn carry out and what were the results?
Teacher, Elizabeth Dunn gave a group of students 20 points.
Let's
Each to spend on tensor and gave another group the same amount of money as gave them to spend in another paper. The student who spend the money on someone everything were after.
That's it. Very good. Let's have a look at question 11. I would like to ask also from group number 1, again, the person who was in charge. What is pro-social spending? Who was in charge of that question in group number 1?
Um, social spending is be happy spending in other people.
Basically, rather than on yourself. Very good. And group number 2, question number 12. Why is it a good idea to force yourself to smile sometimes? Who was in charge of that paragraph?
Me, teacher.
Okay.
According to the text, it says that it's a good idea to force yourself because when you like force yourself to smile, your body starts to feel happy because that. So smiling, even if you don't want to smile, make you being happy with the time.
Very good. Okay. Very good, guys. Remember, that was like the opinion that we collected from the article. We're going to go back to the breakout rooms. You are going to keep like the same number that you had in the previous exercise. We have already done this type of exercise before. So you are going to get the number that corresponds to the paragraph that you were reading. And guys, the idea that the first part, remember that when you answer on these boxes, is done individually. You're going to answer the following question. Which of these things don't make people happy in your opinion? Here we have 7 possibilities. Sorry, 6. You don't have to choose all of them. You can choose one of them in order to provide your opinion and to expand. It is not only, for example, to say, spending a lot of time online, happy. No. In my opinion, spending a lot of time online makes me or makes people happy because blah, 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 whatever. So from this list, the idea that you choose one. You can go either what make people happy, affirmative, or what don't make people happy. That is the first part that is done, let's say, individually. Then as a group, as usual, guys, you are going to answer the question that we have in the box in the middle. It is more like a very general question. As you can imagine, of course, it's something that you can't find on the reading. And of course, it is not about Googling it. Do you think people should make changes in their lifestyle to be happy? The idea, guys, is that as a group, try to agree on an idea, taking into account that everybody has a different opinion, right? So let's try to manage or to balance the different perspectives. If we are talking about changing lifestyles, well, you decide which aspects of lifestyle should be changed, keeping in mind, of course, the perception or the whole idea of tonight that is talking about being happy. So again, we will be back to the breakout rooms. Keep the same number that you had in the previous exercise. Sorry. The first question is to be answered individually. Which of these things make people or don't make it happy? Choose one. I'm going to put it here so you don't get confused. Give me a moment, Beatriz. And then when everybody answers this question, the one that is in the middle is going to be answered as a group. This is the question that you guys have to answer as a group. Do you think people should make changes in their lifestyle to be happy? Tell me, Beatriz.
Teacher, if your group, they have 5 students and I put other the square.
Another box? Okay.
Yes, another
Let's
box.
do it.
And teacher, is necessary each students choose only different teams, or is possible repeat teams?
Well, no, that would depend on you. Because although maybe you repeat, let's say that most 2 of you choose winning the lottery, but then when you explain, your ideas would be different. Probably someone thinking about helping the family and the other thinking about, I don't know, paying debt. So yeah, it is okay because I'm sure that the reasons would be different, although you choose the same thing. Yeah, good. Any other question, guys? Okay. Remember that you will be working on the same breakout rooms that we were working on the previous exercise. Do not forget to write your names. I'm sure that you are already on the slide. It has to give you the chance to edit. I'm just checking the slide one more time. A good thing would be like, guys, if you take a screenshot, you know, of this slide before we go to the breakout rooms, right? To make sure that all of you have the information. Guys, you're gonna have, once again, 15 minutes. Be very precise, of course, and try to manage time properly. It is more your opinion talking about happiness. Of course, when we get back, we will have a look at your answers. You will share, especially the one that we have in the middle, okay? Well, guys, I'm gonna... The pantalla, yes. The buttons. Okay, let's go. Oh my God.
Teacher, I had twice device.
2 devices. Okay.
Two devices.
You are
Okay.
in room 2. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Manuela. I don't remember in which room you were. Mandy, I don't remember either. Sorry, Manuela.
Mandy or Manuela?
Manuela, you first.
Okay, number 3.
Thank you. And Mandy, you, I don't remember.
Teacher, I am with Manuel and Xiomara.
Manuel, Xiomara, and Beatriz, yes. Room 2. There you go. Okay, Sebastián and Karen Victoria. Well, guys, welcome back. Well, you notice that I added a couple of extra minutes for you to finish. I noticed that the first part, you could answer the first question, which was individual. And I know that those things can take time, especially because they are not maybe as logical as we expect. They are very subjective, which actually was probably the main idea of today's session. And that is why I added extra time. So I hoped that you could manage to answer the question that we had here in the middle. And then we're gonna share them. We're gonna read only the one. Okay, before I forget, and I think that I have to say that in Spanish. Sí. Guys, porfa, coloquen su nombre en el cuadrito que ustedes respondieron la pregunta individual. ¿Listo? Bueno, aquí Natalia lo puso, no sí, pues no nos dirán, bueno, aquí solo falta un nombre, pongamos el nombre, ¿listo? En unos creo que sí me faltaba el nombre. Para que lo tengamos presente, aquí todo lo colocaron, bueno, ya, aquí ya casi. Para cuando vaya a hacer la revisión, ¿listo? Entonces, obviamente hay trabajo colaborativo, pero también esta parte es de trabajo individual. Entonces necesito saber quién dijo que cuando vaya a hacer esa revisión. For the moment, I'm gonna check the box in the middle, okay? In group number 1, we had Natalia, Santiago, Diego, and Maria. Diego, could you read the answer that you guys summarized as a group in the question that we had in the middle, please? Diego?
Yes, teacher. Do you think people should make change in your lifestyle to be happy? Yes, they should stay from people who hurts you even if they are relatives. Also, if to be lazy and start to be more disciplined and get good habits as sleep well and do exercise, but especially sleep well. Stop doing the same things every day, think different as other people, do and change your life, trying new hobbies and experience.
Okay, Diego, and of course, group number 1, thank you very much. Just one thing, also should leave to be lazy. Look for another word. I would actually stop would be more appropriate. And we gotta be careful with this combination. Porque me imagino que quieren decir dejar de ser perezosos, ¿cierto?
Yes.
Listo. There are some verbs that we can use with to and ing, like for example, prefer. Let's say prefer to sleep, prefer sleeping, right? There are some verbs that are very restrictive, like enjoy. Enjoy sleeping. No podemos decir enjoy to sleep. Cambiando acá live porque live no nos sirve, nos toca stop. Cambia el significado si usamos to o si usamos ing. Porque si decimos should stop to be, quiere decir que deje de hacer una cosa para que se vuelva perezoso. Pero si decimos should stop being lazy, ahí sí estaremos diciendo dejar de ser perezoso. Entonces, lo digo en español como para ahorrar un poquito de tiempo. Entonces, para que tengamos presente. Unos no importa si van con to o ing, significan lo mismo. Otros solo pueden ir con ing. Y otros el significado cambia si usamos to o si usamos ing. Y acá nos tocaría para el significado que ustedes quieren decir, que es dejar de ser perezosos, ¿no? Dejar de ser una cosa para volverse perezosos. ¿Listo? Entonces, para que hagan ese ajuste ahí. Good, group number 1, thank you very much. Let's have a look at group number 2. We had Manuel, Xiomara, Beatriz, and Mendy. Manuel, could you read the answer that you guys collected as a group?
Yes, teacher. So the question is, do you think people should make changes in their lifestyle to be happy? Yes, people should make changes in their lifestyle. For example, not spending too much time online. So they should distribute better their time doing what they enjoy and doing those things they feel passionate about, like doing exercise, taking care of themselves, or being with their family.
Okay, very good. Group number 2, nothing to say. Well, notice how different our answers are. In this first part, you guys were talking about different aspects. not being lazy, also talking about physical activity, being aware of toxic people, habits and experiences. You were talking about those actions that people prefer to do in order like to be happy, more on that aspect in general. Let's see how similar or different group number 3 is. We had Kiara, Jessica, Catherine, and Manuela. Jessica, could you read your answer, please?
Only my answer?
No, I mean, the answer in the middle. Do you think people should make blah, 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 blah? The summary of the one.
The
one in the middle, Jessica.
okay. Yes, we think that people should stop comparing themselves with other people, stop watching social networks, and start focusing on themselves and their purposes of life.
Okay, very good. Once again, a different perspective. Nice. Nothing to say. And we finished with group number 4. We had Karen, Jorge, Vanessa, and Marlon. Jorge, could you read the answer, please?
Okay, teacher. Yes, we think that they could do exercise and healthy eat can change your mood. Also improve habits, enjoy small things with family and friends or with ourselves, try new things to have more experience.
Experiences, because it's plural.
Experience.
Okay, very good. Nice. Okay, notice everybody had a different opinion as usual. Remember, guys, that you have, well, this is, let's say officially the first exercise that we do in terms of an output. You have until tomorrow, Wednesday, 6 p.m. to make any type of changes and adjustments, especially for the individual part, you know. I think that you already wrote your names in Natalia Maria. Manuel, Mendy, Xiomara Beatriz, Kiara, Manuela, Jessica, Catherine, Marlon, Vanessa, Jorge, y Karen. Muy bien. Remember, guys, that you have until tomorrow to make adjustments. Could be you want to expand your idea, you want to check a spelling, vocabulary, those different things to do. Okay, very good, guys. Well, that would be then all for today. As I was telling you, today was more reading and speaking. On the second part, we will be, well, you will be working a little bit more on the grammatical part that this unit has. Guys, as usual, thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss.
You.
See you tomorrow.
Take care,
Bye.
everybody.
Good night.